Hello and welcome back to another episode of Marketing Mastery with Hunter Charneski, president of CharneskiPower.com, hashtag sprint or die. Coming at you today with the third C in the three C's of marketing, change. We all got in this industry because we want to change lives, but a fatal mistake that I see happen with coaches' marketing messages is that they assume the customer knows how your product, service, training will change their lives. And I think the best example or the case in point would be brands like McDonald's, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, massive, gigantic companies who also have ad spends to boot. Ad spends in the billions of dollars annually, more than you and I would make in 10 lifetimes. And why do they do that? They're massive, right? Shouldn't their customer know how their product will change their lives? And the answer is no. They don't assume. They tell their customers how they will change their lives. McDonald's tells their customers how they will change their lives for the better. Budweiser tells their customers how their product will change their lives for the better. Same thing with Coke, right? So the rules are the same for brands like us and Coca-Cola. If you don't tell your customer how their lives will change after they buy from you, then they never ever will. And the solution, or how to shine a light on the change, is as simple as an American classic, the BLT. We're talking about benefits, talking about losses, talking about transformation, right? And the first portion of change, benefit, we need to ask ourselves 4 different questions. What does my customer have before your product or service? What does an average day look like for them before your product or service? What are they feeling before your product or service? And lastly, what is their status before your product or service? And the easiest way to find out the answers to these questions is to pull aside a raving fan of yours in your business. Now, if you don't have raving fans, at least one, then you and I need to talk about what exactly is going on with your training service. Because if you're good, if you know what the hell you're doing under your roof, odds are you're going to have a raving fan or two. So you pull a fan aside and you ask them these 4 questions before they came to your business. And then you ask them the same 4 questions after engaging with your training, service, product, package, whatever. Okay? So that's the benefit, right? Not only do you know then these 4 answers to get your prospects to engage with you, but if you're recording it like I am right now with just a simple phone, well, now you basically have a video testimonial, right? And all a testimonial is something that would happen before, right? Problems, things like that, and then what they were experiencing after buying from you. Okay? So you've got not only 4 pieces of copy to use in your marketing message, but then you also have a testimonial if you videotape it. Okay? So benefits, right? What do they have? What does an average day feel like? What were they feeling? And what is their status before they bought from you and then after they bought from you? Okay? The next piece in change is loss, right? You need to highlight the loss or losses that your customers will most definitely experience if they do not buy from you. Okay? Now, somebody might say, or I've actually heard this before, well, Hunter, that comes off as abrasive, right? That comes off as negative. I don't want to be that way. And I would say, first of all, get over yourself, okay? And second of all, if you listen to any radio commercial, you watch TV, okay, there's dashes of loss in those marketing messages, right? And I want you to think of those dashes of loss just like salt in a recipe that you would make, right? your mom's best lasagna, right, probably has a dash of salt in the recipe, right? Just a dash will do. Too much? Well, then the dish is going to be ruined. Yes, we can overdo it with highlighting losses, okay? But not enough, and it's going to be bland, it's not going to be as engaging, you're not going to enjoy it as much. And the same goes with your marketing message, okay? Especially in these times, remember, we've talked about people are hell-bent on survival, right? People are drawn to problems. So with that in mind, you must talk about the losses your customer will experience if they don't buy from you. Some examples would be higher risk of injury, right? As the owner of Freak Factory, former owner, I should say, we work primarily with middle school girls soccer players, right? And you best believe we highlighted a higher risk of injury if they did not buy from us, right? As a middle school girl grows, she goes through puberty, right? Her hips will widen, causing a wider acute angle with her knees, and then leaves her with a much, much higher risk of injury or an ACL tear as opposed to boys. So yes, she does need proper speed training. She does need proper strength training so that doesn't happen, right? You can pay for medical bills or you can pay for proper training, right? Another example would be never earning a scholarship. So we worked with two major clubs, Michigan Fire and Midwest United. And a lot of those girls were playing in those clubs because they wanted to play at the next level. Well, if you don't invest in your daughter's future, she won't have one. Okay? Again, going back to the middle school girl bandwagon, can talk about the voice inside their head. Silencing that doubt, right? Proving to herself that she can do it. Okay? So you definitely need to highlight the losses that your customers will experience if they do not do business with you, right? And I would say, if you don't scare your customers, they'll be too scared to do business with you. And with any good story, there's always a transformation, either externally or internally, that happens, right? Some examples, Luke Skywalker went from wannabe Jedi to leader of the rebellion, right? Harry Potter went from not knowing a simple Wingardium Leviosa spell to being the greatest sorcerer of all time. Okay? And a simple way to do that is using a from-to filter, right? Have your son go from bench warmer to team MVP. Have your daughter go from shy and scared to proud and confident, right? So, and if you need more context with that, you can ask yourself certain questions like, well, what is my customer's hopes and dreams? Who do they aspire to become? What is their why? And then you should have a simple answer for your from-to filter to highlight the transformation that will occur after they buy from you and engage with your brand. Or should I say, service. I use the infamous B word there. Okay? But that's really as simple as it is. Benefit, loss, transformation, BLT, and that is how you're going to change your customers' lives, right? If you want more information on this, because this is only one C in the 3 C's of marketing, then download my free guide, The 3 C's of Marketing, at charneskipower.com, and I'll put the link to that book in the show notes. If you are too busy doing other things in your business, right? If you're in the visionary, you'd like to see big picture stuff, right? If you like to operate exclusively on the coaching floor and you don't want to deal with this, then hire me and I will do all of your marketing for you. I will craft your mission statement. I will truncate it down into a one-liner. I would love to build a lead generating PDF for you, as well as a marketing sales funnel that makes money for you while you sleep. Okay? And again, you can do that. I'll put the link in the notes underneath here. But the 3 C's of marketing: change, BLT. This is another episode of Marketing Mastery with Hunter Charneski. I'll talk to you next time.